Well, another race weekend done. So let's get into it. Hello everyone, it's Thomas 48 12th Man Fan here, and another weekend of racing is completed. So we had NASCAR at Nashville, and we had the SRX at South Boston Speedway. So we're going to get into all that. Let's get into the first race of 4 right now. Okay, so starting us off, we have the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race at Nashville, the Rackley Roofing 250. So this race was pretty all right. It was pretty much dominated by Ryan Preece. So yeah, Ryan Preece, he ended up winning the race. There was a few crashes that happened, which there was also an incident with Tanner Gregg going into the wall. I have no idea. I really thought that was going to be a caution, but NASCAR didn't throw the caution for that. So I guess that was kind of a bad mishap on their part. But anyways, yeah, Ryan Preece got the win, and it ended up being a battle between Ryan Preece, Zane Smith, and Carson Hocevar. Hocevar, once again, can't catch a break. He ends up third, which is not bad, but still no win for Carson Hocevar. I really hope he gets that win eventually. Really hope he gets it. And I think he'll probably get that win eventually, though I am hearing that he might go to the Cup Series, which I think is kind of a bad idea. He's not ready for Cup. If Nice Motorsports wants to jump up to the Cup Series, I don't think Carson Hocevar is the best option. Try to find someone who is actually proven in the Cup Series or is ready for Cup. Because if they just throw Hocevar in there, it's just going to go bad. It's just going to go real bad if that's what happens. Like, they're just going to throw him right to the deep end with the Sharks in the Cup Series. Like, right now, he's in the shallow end of the Truck Series. And now they're just going to throw him in the deep end with the Sharks in the Cup Series. That's not a good idea. And that's not how young drivers should be treated. But anyways, Ryan Preece goes 2 for 2 at Nashville. So could he go 3 for 3 next year in 2023 if he's racing in the trucks in that race next year? We'll have to find out. Okay, I think I've said enough about the truck race. Let's now move on to the next one. So the next race that we have is the Tennessee Lottery 250, the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. And not much to say about this race, though. Riley Herbst did get the pole. That was very interesting. But this race was pretty much dominated by Justin Allgaier, which I like. I like Justin Allgaier, so that was great to see. The biggest thing that happened in this race was the whole thing between Sam Mayer and Ty Gibbs. So Sam Mayer, he ends up getting into Ty Gibbs, kind of spun him around, and then Sam Mayer caught him before he could completely whip around, but Mayer caught him and saved Ty Gibbs' car, so he kind of saved his race there. Ty Gibbs still was able to finish very strongly in that race. Just proves how nice of a guy Sam Mayer is. He gets his revenge, and then he kind of saves Ty Gibbs' race at the same time. So, a very nice move by Sam Mayer. A very nice gentleman indeed. We need more guys like Sam Mayer. But, yeah, there's really nothing else to say about this race. So, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, so the next race, we have the SRX race at South Boston Speedway. I did not watch this race live because I was at a wedding. So I recorded the race. I kind of slept through it a little bit, but I do remember some stuff about it. Paul Tracy, of course, is once again the annual SRX Fun Caution. And, yeah, they pretty much, showed this graphic on how many wrecks he was involved last season and everything. It's honestly like they know something's going to happen to Paul Tracy. Poor guy. But I think the biggest thing that happened in this race was obviously the whole thing between Ryan Hunter-Reay and Michael Waltrip. As those two kind of got into each other. Basically, Ryan Hunter-Reay, he kind of dumped Michael Waltrip, and then Waltrip comes back and completely tears up the front of his car. And also during his interview, he stated to Ryan Hunter-Reay, he gonna hear a word from Uncle Mike. It's never really this often you see Michael Waltrip this angry. I don't think there's been a moment where we've really seen Michael Waltrip this angry ever. Or at least I can remember, because I really don't remember him seeing him this fired up. But anyways, this race came down to Greg Biffle and Tony Stewart. Now, I did see on the highlights, Greg Biffle, he tried, but unfortunately the Biff was not able to beat Mr. Smoke, Tony Stewart. So Tony Stewart goes and takes his first win of the year, and his first win of the season as he wins at South Boston Speedway. Tony Stewart looking to defend his title from last year in the SRX. And I have a good feeling that he might get it again. So, yeah, congratulations to Tony Stewart. Another win in the SRX for him. And the next race for the SRX is going to be at Stafford Speedway, where they opened up last year. And I won't be able to watch that race live either. So, my luck with SRX has not been too great because Camping World Truck Series race was on the same time as SRX with Knoxville. And then I had to go to a wedding with the second one, and now I have to go to a 4th of July party on July 2nd. There's I think it's called Rock Our Freedom. It's at a friend's house named Dave. It's at his house. There's going to be dirt bikes. There's going to be fireworks. It's going to be great. I'll probably show that. Maybe. I don't know. I can't confirm that. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. But anyways, that does it for SRX. Now let's get into the main event of the weekend, the Cup Series. So, here we go. Here we are. The main event of the weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series race at Nashville Superspeedway, the Ally 400. So, this race, of course, is the first race under the NBC USA banner in 2022. Honestly, I could say, a lot of fans could say, thank God, because, well, I mean, Fox wasn't terrible most of the time. I mean, they were okay in some races, but yeah, there's been times where they've just been really bad. So, it's really a nice breath of fresh air with NBC and USA now. So, because Fox got a little annoying at times, but hey, we finally got ourselves a new broadcast to work with. So NBC, for their first broadcast, I'd say they did pretty good. Of course, there needs to be some improvement, but still, it was pretty good. I will say they had pretty good coverage. So this race ended up having a late start time. The race started at 2 p.m. from where I am. And I think it was supposed to start later, but it got pushed back because of the weather. and they wanted to get the race in. Also, the pre-race was not on Peacock, and a little bit of a rant incoming. Peacock, I mean, I guess maybe, having the pre-race show itself on Peacock isn't too bad, because I could honestly care less about the pre-race when it comes to watching the race, but seriously, dude, they put the national anthem on Countdown to Green on Peacock. They didn't put it on the NBC channel. What the heck? That is just disrespectful. That is just disrespectful, man. But thankfully, it looks like Countdown to Green is going to be on USA this week, so I will get to see the pre-race ceremonies this week. So thank God that's going to happen. Because if they didn't do it on the 4th, on like the 4th of July weekend, I can only imagine the riots. But yeah, I'm kind of rioting right now at NBC for not showing the national anthem for the Nashville race. But anyways, enough of that out of the way. Let's get to the actual race. So, with qualifying, the final round being rained out, it was set by the metric system of how they were at the end of the first round. The top 10, the top 5 from Group A and Group B were like combined in time, in qualifying times to determine how the top 10 will start. It ended up being Denny Hamlin on the pole. So Denny Hamlin led the field to the green flag for the first time that day. And we go racing. So Denny Hamlin pretty much dominated the first part of the race. He was pretty much untouchable. But I will say in the opening laps, the racing was pretty good. I definitely will say on the intermediate tracks, the next gen car has put on the best shows. I mean, they have put on the best shows at intermediate tracks since forever. I mean, I can really hardly remember a actually good race on a mile and a half in the last several years. So, that was great. So the first caution came out like on lap 41, where Josh Bilicki, he ended up losing power. He ended up losing power to the car, something like the engine shut off or something. And it looked like we were going to go back racing, but then lightning strike shows up right outside of the speedway. They bring the cars down pit road. Then they have the lightning clock, which I can tell is for a good reason because they don't want fans to get hurt or anything. I think I heard something about that, so I guess it's pretty necessary to have it. I was kind of thinking I remember saying it wasn't a good idea, but now I'm starting to realize why they have it. So, honestly, good on you, NASCAR, for having it. I never realized we needed it until now. So yeah. So, we wait 30 minutes, and then it's pushed back again, about another 30 minutes, I think. And then we finally go back racing. So, yeah, we go back racing, and then William Byron, I think he had like some sort of mechanical issue or something, so that sucked. But that was not all for Hendrick Motorsports, because right freaking after that, Corey LaJoie in the 7 runs into the back of Alex Bowman and ends up spinning him, and Bowman goes into the wall and ultimately ends his day. Yep, 2 of the 400 cars have already been taken out and not only 1 lap on the restart. Like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? As a Hendrick fan, that is freaking ridiculous. I was pretty triggered by that. But luckily, we still had 2 cars left, which was Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. But anyways, Alex Bowman did have something to say about Corey LaJoie. He ends up saying on the radio, I really assume in a sarcastic way, Corey LaJoie is such a good race car driver. I can only imagine he's being so I can already tell he's being really sarcastic. He is definitely mad at Corey LaJoie. And then Corey LaJoie said that he didn't really mean to do that. in anything, but Bowman, I can still imagine, is pretty mad at him. So anyways, we go back racing, and then literally, not literally, like only after the restart, we have another crash. So basically what happened is that Ty Dillon comes down on Chase Briscoe, and they both spin into the wall. And I think Briscoe ended up getting DNF'd. I don't know if Ty Dillon kept going. I think Ty Dillon was still in the race. But I think, I heard Chase Briscoe. I saw that Chase Briscoe was out of the race when I looked at the NASCAR app. So yeah, it looked like he was out. So, yeah. So stage 1 ends. It ends up being Martin Truex Jr. winning the first stage with Denny Hamlin being second. This race was pretty much the Joe Gibbs show. I would definitely tell you the Joe Gibbs Toyotas had the best cars all day. And Martin Truex Jr. on that restart running the high lane, he came up there. And I will say that there was also a battle for the lead between Hamlin, Truex, and Blaney. That was so freaking entertaining. I loved that. That was awesome. I love seeing those really tight battles for the lead when they're 3 wide for position. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love the shows the Next Gen car is putting on right now. They are putting on some fantastic shows. But anyways, yes, stage 1 ends. And then we go into stage 2. And it looked like we're going to finish the race because we were super close to halfway. We were super close to halfway, but then Mother Nature decides, no, it's a perfect time to just unleash the storm. Yep, another lightning strike comes, and then rain. So the race got delayed for so long that NBC basically couldn't broadcast it anymore, and they had to move it to USA. And all that we had on it for now was Law and Order, which is a very old show. A very old show. I've heard of it, but I've never really watched it, and I really, honestly, never will. So I just put on one of my old NASCAR DVDs during the rain delay, so yeah, so I waited a little bit, and then I decided to switch it back on to USA. They still had Law and Order, but then they switched it to the race, finally, and the track was dried, and we finally went back racing. So stage 2 was won by Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch then comes in the mix in the final stage. And Kyle Busch ended up taking the lead. But then Chase Elliott's car suddenly comes to life, and he goes and takes the lead from Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott end up being the 2 drivers going for the win. And Kyle Busch's car just ends up not doing well. And Chase Elliott just drives away. And you think it's going to be the end of it. You think that Chase Elliott's going to drive away. But then, late race yellow, like many other races this season, comes out for Josh Bilicki blowing an engine. So now this begs the question. Does the leader come in or does he stay out? Because remember, the 2020 Coca-Cola 600, Chase Elliott could have won that race. But Alan Gustafson decided it was a good idea to bring the car down pit road and pit, handing the win to Brad Keselowski. Well, this time, Alan Gustafson doesn't screw up on the strategy this time. He actually has Chase Elliott stay out. Good on you, Alan Gustafson. You finally learned your lesson from 2020. You finally learned your lesson. However, the other guys, Hamlin, Busch, and Truex, they all come down pit road. And they go get fresh tires. They think they can move their way up on the top lane. But then on the next restart, that's not the case. Because Mr. Joey freaking Logano decides to clog up the entire back of the field. And that ultimately ended Kyle Busch's chances of ever having a chance at the at the win. So, yeah. Ben Bay Shore really screwed up on that strategy. He 100% screwed up. He should have stayed out. They should have stayed out. That was a really bad call. But anyways, then coming to about like 3 laps to go, we have a bit of an incident. Brad Keselowski and Cole Custer. Yep, the pain for Cole Custer continues. I don't think it will ever end. But anyways, Brad Keselowski and Cole Custer, they both get into the wall. And you think that NASCAR would throw the caution, but they did. Of course, there's all those Hendrick haters that say, oh, NASCAR should have thrown the caution. They didn't throw the caution because Chase Elliott's their golden boy. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, dude, calm down. Like, geez, they were already going to take the white flag. Keselowski was already out of the way. There was no debris on the racetrack. There was no need to throw the caution, dude. But you know, these guys, these super just annoying fans just find everything and anything to complain about. Even when NASCAR decides to do something right, they still complain. We're just never, those complaining so-called diehard fans just won't stop complaining no matter what NASCAR does. No matter what NASCAR does. Even if it's something they wanted, they still complain about it. But anyways, yes, white flag comes out, and Chase Elliott is pretty much gone at this point. And then on the back straightaway, Brad Keselowski, he's like riding through the grass or something. So I guess Brad Keselowski kind of mowing the back the grass on the back straightaway. And while Keselowski's doing that, Chase Elliott, he comes off of turns 3 and 4, and he grabs the checker flag, and Chase Elliott wins the Ally 400 at Nashville Superspeedway. I got my Chase Elliott shirt on right now because he won that race. So yeah, Chase Elliott, his second win of the year. Congratulations to Chase Elliott. And the Dawsonville pole siren sounded loud at midnight. Sounded loud at the middle of the night, waking up the entire city of Dawsonville. But yeah, I can only imagine you're just laying there in the middle of the night, and then you just hear the pole siren just sounding super loud at like 12 a.m. in the morning. Man, I feel bad for all those poor souls that aren't Chase Elliott fans that live there. Because, oh my God. But, anyways, yes, that's going to do it. So, that was a recap of the race weekend at Nashville and the SRX race at South Boston. So, this week, the trucks have a bye week, and the Xfinity Series and the NASCAR Cup Series will be racing at Road America on Independence Day weekend. Wow, how fitting that the track they're racing at is Road America this week, because the 4th of July is on the 4th of July weekend is that week. And the SRX does return. They're going to be racing at Stafford Speedway, and I think that's all the racing that's going to be happening next week. So we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the Cup Series at Road America and the SRX at Stafford Speedway this week. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to do it for this video. And my Evergreen Speedway vlog is coming out very soon. I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to try to finish it. I'm going to try to finish it, make the thumbnail, and export the video to my camera roll so I can upload it. And yeah, also after that, then I'm going to work on the NASCAR Portland vlog for the Xfinity Series race. So, yeah, I can't wait to show you that one. That was a really fun race to go to. But anyways, yes, that's going to do it. That's going to do it for now. And also, I do have a new diecast that I haven't showed It's a Eric Jones diecast. I'll have to go and grab it. Hang on. Okay, so I found it, and this is it right here. This is Eric Jones's U.S. Air Force Special Warfare car from last year. I think he ran this in the Coca-Cola 600, I think. I don't remember, though. I don't remember what race this was ran. I'm going to say the Coca-Cola 600, but if anyone remembers what race he ran this at, let me know. But anyways, yeah, this car, Justin found it at Walmart. So, yeah, that's a very nice looking diecast. But anyways, yes, that's going to do it for another video. I'm out for now, so like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!